Good morning. Well, I wanted to wait, as you know, until the market opened before I did the video. So up I am at the crack of. Anyway, look, the euro is seeming resilient and we still are not closing below this 200-point moving average. And we're holding this, I call it a Carol line, but we're holding it. And the technical indicators for the week are looking a little bit more positive. Now, that doesn't detract from overall the monthly charts and this weekly top, but unless we break and hold below this line, which is also near the 61.8, but unless we do that, you know, the euro is going to find a bit of support. What the euro does is it makes its move, it then goes sideways, and then it makes its move again. So I know it's boring and nobody quite knows what's going on, but if you look at the weekly and the monthly pivot, you've got the weekly pivot coming in this week at 137.70, right? 113.77. You've got the monthly coming in at 114.13. Okay, so those are two really important levels as we go forward. If you look at the weekly fib level here, you can see that's coming in at 114.52. So there is a lot of overhead resistance, and it's quite good resistance as well. You've got the period moving averages, the weekly period moving averages. If you look over here, you have the 9-day period moving average, and that's coming in at around about, if I just bring that over here, it's this little mouse. It's been a bit of a pain this morning. It's like me, it hasn't woken up yet. But if you look at these moving averages, you can see that the 9 period moving average, the 9 weekly moving averages, is coming in at 114.23. So that's very, very close to the monthly pivot. Please bear these in mind. These levels are important. Now, as I say, it is resilient. So where can we go if we do bounce? Where is it that we can head for? Well, if we break through 14.52, we all know the 14.25, 14.30 level. If we break through that and we do take out this monthly pivot as well and close above it, you've got, I think, this area here, which would be the 116.21. You've got that there. Unlikely that we can break 17.14. That's unlikely. But, you know, with the euro, you just don't know. But I'm still banking on this pattern that is a negative pattern within a downtrend, if you like. If you don't look at the weekly, it still looks toppy. You look at the monthly, it just looks like a continuation of a downtrend. So now what I'm going to do is take us along to the daily. Now, if you look at the daily, you can see that your weekly and your monthly pivot, no, your weekly and your daily pivot are around the same sort of area. The daily is coming in at 13.60. I don't know if you can just about see that there. That's coming in at 13.50, which is just in the middle of that Fibonacci level, just there, coming in at 113.11. So although it's got to do some work on the top side, see, the daily charts are overbought and beginning to turn. Now, when they begin to turn off of non-big move, and it hasn't had a big move really, not really, but when we start to turn below the 80% level, I'm always a bit worried that the trend still wants to go down. But people are seeing this inverted head and shoulder pattern. Okay, a lot of people, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but a lot of people think that these patterns cannot be in a continuation mode. Well, they can. They really can. So you just need to take a little bit of care. Personally, I think you're still buying down to here. Okay. I think we will have a crack at the top side. But I'm not expecting a mass amount of move on the top side at the moment. But I do think if we can get above here, I'd like to be buying down around the 1300 level. But if we can get above here, then obviously I'd like to see it up to 115 and change, which would coincide with the 55-day moving average, which come in at 114.95. But when you're buying, you've really got to leave extremely short-term stop, because this can backfire in a heartbeat. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I will catch you later on today.